Sponsored by
Igniting.com!
You will not have fun if you consume this product. This work of high art must be taken seriously. Sit calmly, away from the herd, and pay close attention. Do not dance. Do not drink alcohol or smoke reefer while in the presence of this creative work. Use your intellect to dissect its many elements. Collective consumption in a party atmosphere is prohibited. Use your own mind to perceive and judge its complexity and worth. Fun is for people who cannot think of anything important to do. We are not all the same.
Zoltan! Attention, all cursed beings within the sound of my voice. I will now begin speaking. You may notice that this third episode has no backing soundtrack. This time around, Dr. Zoltan's music will be brought to the foreground, rather than being relegated to the realm of background clatter. Dr. Zoltan does not create music for the subconscious. Dr. Zoltan's music is self-conscious. It is an extension of his self-reflexive metanoia. Dr. Zoltan's music demands your own consciousness to respond. It is a one-on-one conversation. You are unable to escape. In this particular episode, since Dr. Zoltan is on vacation from the anti-social sciences, he will be focusing on what 25-year-old Dream Theater fans appreciate most about his mythological meme: his ability to deconstruct what is called math rock. You will now have the rare opportunity to learn the challenging concepts that Dr. Zoltan employs when creating his, amazing music. Dr. Zoltan demands that you take music very seriously during the viewing of this broadcast. Take special note that the music contained herein will not be played. Playing is for children and is therefore not an applicable verb within the realm of the execution of serious art. Let us now begin to examine the possibilities of understanding music through geometry. It has been said by many humans that music is math. Dr. Zoltan is going to demonstrate to all humans through the powerful use of audio and video that music is geometry. Begin to watch, listen, and learn at the beginning of this video and stop at the very end. In popular music, and most music for that matter, humans are acquainted and comfortable with divisions of time based only on a few numbers, mostly 2 and 4. Occasionally, such as in a waltz, they appreciate the sound of the prime number 3. But if they hear the sound of a prime number such as 5 or 7, they get very confused and upset. They say it is unemotional or lacking feeling and that such sounds are weird. This is incorrect and also false. All humans that can hear have heard the sound of a time-space divided by 4. It is the sound of a square. Music that is called 4/4 is an endless series of squares. As an example, listen to every song on the radio. But there are many more geometrical possibilities to choose from. So let us look at the geometrical shape of a star. It is created from 5 equally spaced points. This is a common visual shape that all children understand, so it is not at all an unusual number. Humans have 5 fingers on each hand and 5 toes on each foot. There are 5 days in a work week. A clock is broken up into divisions of 5 minutes. The tufted titmouse can fly for 5 days without rest. There are 5 classes and 5 races, 5 oceans, 5 senses, 5 basic tastes, 5 vowels, 5 reasons the US became a fascist theocracy. Why not use 5 in music? So let us hear what it sounds like to compare a time-space divided by 4 and a time-space divided by 5. Dr. Zoltan will use a 4-pointed star to represent a quadruplet and a 5-pointed star to represent a pentuplet. Each time one of the multi-pointed stars rotates clockwise, the red points will pass the inverted finger and cause a note to occur. Dr. Zoltan will perform this example on the musical drum instrument. Now that you have a solid grasp of geometrical time and space divisions, this next example will be broken up into 434, 544, 7373, 7344. Dr. Zoltan will now simply remove some of the points from the stars and designate them as non-notes. He will also add the musical guitar instrument and the musical bass instrument emanating in the Lydian mode, and spread the linear sequence of notes across the drum set. Do not simplify prime-numbered time-space divisions into groups of 2 and 3. This is a cliché perpetuated by unimaginative students of Frank Zappa and Dream Theater. An example would be counting 13 as 2 plus 3 plus 2 plus 3 plus 3. It will typically sound like this. Boring. Treat all prime numbers with respect and count them as larger numbers that do not require perforation. Dr. Zoltan will now perform an example of an unperforated prime 13 on his cluster drum. Dr. Zoltan will now perform the same rhythmic count on the various drum instruments, but he will leave out some of the notes. This is called Pointillism, disconnected points floating in space, much like a constellation in the night sky. The mind of the human must fill in the blanks. Dr. Zoltan will now direct your attention to a brief music aptitude test. He will perform a solo on Kevin Manwarin's drum set instrument and ask you to study it very carefully. One of the musical events in this brief drum solo is different from all of the others. If you are unable to pass the test, then you are unqualified to participate in the communication of music. If you were able to determine that the final note of the drum solo was different from all of the others because Dr. Zoltan lost his balance, you are incorrect as well as wrong. Dr. Zoltan will give you a clue. Did you notice that there are no microphones on the drum instrument? Aha! The final note of the drum solo was different from all of the others because it is the only natural sound that occurred in the entire video. Every other drum sound you heard was a sample from Toontrack's Drum Kit from Hell, the most incredible instrument ever invented. In fact, all of the other sounds in this video have been overdubbed in post-production. Even the sound of my voice in this episode, as well as in the previous 13 episodes, were recorded in an expensive Hollywood studio, sometimes months after filming. Ha 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 ha. Stanzi, siehst du, was nicht mehr, so sieht aus mit mir.